Hey guys, and welcome back to another division video. Now today, I want to show a build that I came up with using these set items, right? It's Future Initiative 3 pieces. We have Ninjabike backpack, some of this item which gives repair and skill duration, Alps Summit armament, and we have Brazos de Arcabas, which gives you skill haste and skill tier 1. All right, we have like 3 blue cores here and Ninjabike backpack. All right, and we have I rolled skill damage on each of these pieces. So we have like skill damage here, plus the mod is repair skills, skill damage here and repair skills, skill damage here, and repair skills mod on our Ninjabike. We have skill damage and repair skills with armor rolled, and repair skills, skill damage, and armor. All right, so that's it for the weapons or skills. I mean, I am using turret. The mods are basic, you know, we just have like health, damage, and I think skill haste. Pretty basic. And for the hive, I'm using stim efficiency. For the other one, I'm using duration. And this one is repair charges. You could also go for range, but I just figured that repair charges is more important. All right. For the specialization, we are using technician. Is it tactician? Technician. I think it's technician, right? So just so that we could have like one extra skill tier when running skill builds. And this specialization here, which is technician, has this passive here which gives you 1 skill tier. So make sure that you get that one so you could like be like this, you know, skill tier 6. Even if you're running 3 blue cores, it's still skill tier 6. All right. Now, if you don't have this unlocked, you could go for survivalist, but I suggest that you make this yellow core, so you are still skill tier 6. From the very top, let's look at the weapon here. Originally, the weapon that I'm using when I was running this build a few weeks ago was capacitor. As you can see, it's rank 10. This one, test subject, is rank 1, but they're pretty much the same. It's really good. I rolled in critical hit chance here, but we're not really focused on that. Our critical hit chance here is 29%. It's pretty bad. But again, the way we deal damage to enemies is mostly through our skill here. For the other weapon, we have like Dr. Home. It's a rifle, exotic. It's really good. In the description here, it says that when you mark an enemy, when that enemy dies, while it's marked within 5 seconds, it leaves a armor kit that you need to get, and it heals everyone 10% armor. But after trying it out, it seems that they changed this. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not really watching a bunch of YouTube videos or reading some posts on Reddit, but I tested this out, and it's pretty much like instantly applies. Once you kill the enemy that is marked, you immediately get the 10% heal. I will show that later, but it's a really good weapon, I think. Now, if you want to deal more damage, I suggest that you go with this, you know, test subject or capacitor. But if you want to support your teammates, make sure that everyone is in full armor, so you get the bonus here from Future Initiative, which is ground control. Maybe use Dr. Home. Now for the sidearm, I am using a weapon that has like this one. Headshots give 30% skill repair, but it's not that important, right? You could also put something there that gives like skill damage. It doesn't really matter. Now for the mask, I am running Future Initiative with skill damage and repair skills. So this is very easy to build. You just go in countdown or like summit, farm this set item, and just roll. You don't have to worry about the main stat here because every Future Initiative gets like 1 skill tier, the yellow one here. So you just have to worry about getting this, putting skill damage on each of your pieces here. We have skill tier here, skill damage, and repair skills mod. Again, here, skill tier, skill damage. For the Ninjabike, I put repair skills. For the gloves, armor, I made this really high and just put skill damage and repair skills. Repair skills and skill damage. Alright, that's it. Those are the stats that I used because I want to deal damage too. This is not really a full support build. Maybe that's for another video. Maybe we're gonna be using a different skill for that one. But this one, I want to deal damage, deploy my hive and my turret, and just like snipe enemies with Dr. Home, or you know, shoot enemies with test subject. So that is the build. These are the items, you saw it. Now we could like check out, and actually before that, I want to say that I did try out this setup here at first. It's this chest piece is really good. Let me show you. Since we're wearing Ninjabike backpack, we could do something like this. Now this was like the original setup that I had, but this talent here, which is Empathic Resolve, wasn't working. It was working for the weapon. My weapon damage did get higher, but it says here skill damage does increase as well, but it didn't. I tested it, so I will show it on the shooting range. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys know that I was trying to make this work, but it wasn't working for my turret, right? Maybe for other skills like maybe sticky bomb or cluster mine, it does work. But yeah, so I decided just to go back here. This I think is more reliable to trigger, because when I was playing this one, by the way, this Empathic Resolve triggers when you repair an ally. But the thing is, unless you are a tank, right, that when you're in front of the enemy or getting hit, you can repair that ally if he's on the range of the hive, and then that unit or person will get the damage buff that you get from the talent. But for the most part, our teammates, me, including me, I'm just hiding in the corner and I don't really get hit a lot. So I find that the buff that you get from this is kind of rare. I might try this again, but with a different setup. The ones that you want to get hit, right? Maybe a drone following you. But for this one, I think it's more effective because you just relax. You drop your hive and everyone's getting healed. Full armor, so you get the damage bonus here, which is increases the ground control damage bonus from 15% to 25%. So that's like a 10% increase. I think this is more reliable. Also, it looks very easy to build, right? So anyways, let's go to the training range or shooting range. Okay, so we are here at the training range. I did turn off skill haste. You can see there, skill haste disabled. Now I will click this one and damage myself. Now, right now we don't have any armor, right? I'm gonna switch to Dr. Home. Now in the description, you have to pick up an armor kit, right? Let me see here again, or did they change the description? If a marked target is killed, it will give 10% armor repair kit, which applies to the whole party. So yeah, it doesn't seem that you need to pick it up. And I was surprised because right now you can see here that we don't have any armor. And I will shoot this dummy here. It will apply a mark. I will zoom in. And once you kill an enemy with that mark, you get like heal or an armor there. I would zoom in. That's like 10%, and as long as you're killing, or this enemy that is marked gets killed, you get that heal. And I think everyone in the party gets that heal. Alright, so that's really nice. Now another thing that is really important is that you want your teammates, including you, to be at full armor always, because you get ground control. Now ground control increases the damage of your weapon and skill damage. Right now, let me drop this turret and let's attack that training dummy. You can see here it's like 100,000 damage, but when I drop my hive, it heals me. It will increase as soon as it's like full health or full armor. You can see that logo down there. I will zoom in. It's a blue icon. That means that future initiatives damage buff is ground control is active. Now the damage right now of the turret is 125,000. Earlier it was like 100,000, right? So it's really nice. And that is pretty much the playstyle of this build. You just hide in a corner, drop your turret, drop your hive, and just shoot enemies from afar. If they get too close, then maybe use your assault rifle. Right, that is it. But let me show you guys. I don't think this skill here is working, or this talent. I was trying to make this thing work, but it wasn't working. All right, now the talent here is Empathic Resolve. Now it says here that when you repair an ally or you, it actually triggers even if like you do it. You get an icon. Weapon damage and skill damage increases by 3 to 15% for 20 seconds. Now that's really long, but I found myself that you don't get hit that much because you're hiding in cover, right? So this doesn't really trigger a lot. Unless you're like a tank and you have like a shield and you're getting hit, you could heal and trigger this. But for the most part, your teammates, including you, are just like hiding in corner and you don't get to trigger it a lot. Not only that, it's not working on skills, right? So again, this is the setup. I am not using the chess piece for future initiative. And let me drop the skill here. You can see the damage here. It is 106, right? You can see it there, 106,000. Now I will damage myself so I could heal. So we could trigger Empathic Resolve. Right now, it's not yet triggered or active. I will drop a hive. And there, you can see I would zoom in. Empathic Resolve is triggered for 20 seconds, but the damage didn't increase, guys. As you can see here, it is still 106,000. Alright, now I will remove this, but it's not completely broken. It doesn't really work on skills. I'm not sure if this is a bug, but I will like damage myself again. It's working on guns. Alright, I'm gonna use Dr. Home for this. Right now, can you see the damage? It's 200. You know what? Let's just use a handgun, right? 108, right? 108. Now, with this Empathic Resolve, if I heal myself, I get that icon at the bottom. Let's see here. I'm going to zoom in. You can see that icon on the bottom. The buff is active for 20 seconds. Now, the buff, my handgun shot is 132, right? Now let me remove this. 132,000. When the damage from that icon there is gone, the damage will drop down. From 132,000, it becomes 125. Right? So it is working on weapons, but as you can see, as I shown earlier, it wasn't really increasing the damage of my turret. Now I tried it with drone, it wasn't working too. So I don't know, maybe this is a bug, but I don't see why it's not working. It says here that it does increase your weapon damage. Now that does work, but the skill damage isn't working. Now I wanted this build, this type of setup, but it's not working. So I just went for this one. And this one is pretty nice too, alright? Because I do get more armor. Like we have like 1.3 million armor. So yeah, that might be a bug. I am not sure. But for now, I'm gonna use this setup here, which is test subject. You could use capacitor if you want, but right now I'm leveling test subject and Dr. Home. If you want to really heal your teammates, you want to use Dr. Home. I think it's great. But for the rest of the fight, that's the playstyle. Just to hide in a corner and just drop your skills. And make sure that you pick them up. You know, you can move around. The radius is pretty big. But as soon as like you move on to the next map or next part of the map, just pick your skills up. Yeah, because we don't have any skill haste. That's why we are relying on like picking up our items instead of like blowing them up. You know, the cooldown isn't really that long. As you can see here, the skill haste is disabled. if I decide to just blow up my turret instead of picking it up, let's throw it there. Let's see how the cooldown is. I think it's like 20 seconds. There you go, 18 seconds. It's not that bad, right? Just in case that you can't pick the skill up or your turret up again, you can blow it up. It will be down for 18 seconds. It's not that bad, you know. Just make sure that you just kind of ignore skill haste for this build. I think, you know, focusing more on support is more beneficial for everyone instead of like getting some skill haste. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna show some gameplay. So yeah, I really like using this build on Summit, just because like you are in a floor and you pretty much you could just stay on a corner and just snipe enemies. You know, with Dr. Home or Test Subject, depends on what you want. If you want more damage, you could go for Test Subject, and it hits pretty hard for a support build. You know, I've seen it's that 293. That's pretty decent, right? Now, don't forget to pick up your items again. I mean, you could blow them up, but I prefer that, you know, just replace them like that and pick it up again every time you need to change locations. For example, like this, I would pick it up. It will reduce the cooldown on your skills, specifically the turret. But for the hive, yeah, I mean, you get to keep the remaining charges instead of like starting back from 0. On open world, like maybe control points, this is really fun to use as well. But yeah, for Summit, I really like it. Maybe on missions too. You know, maybe on missions too. Haven't really raided a lot. Before I stopped playing, like a few years ago, I was doing some raids with my clan, but I mean, they all stopped playing Division. And I just decided to come back on Division again because I played Destiny 2. Now, Destiny 2 Lightfall was out, right? It was like advertised on Steam. I was curious, and I saw the expansions on Destiny 2 were really cheap, right? It was like less than maybe $5 each. So I bought all the old expansions, right? And while I was playing Destiny 2, I thought that, man, you know what? The AI in this game is really bad. They just walk back and forth, you know, side to side, left and right. It doesn't really feel that they're like a threat, you know? Sure, they have like more HP maybe, but they don't feel like the enemies in Division. That's why I came back to this game, because I remember like, man, you know, I remember Division has some really good AI. I mean, they're not really smart, but they act really aggressive. They roll like that. They even scream that they're, you know, he's reloading, and it just feels like more interesting to fight, you know, more. That is kind of crazy because if you think about it, Destiny 2 should be far more interesting. They could add so many things like monsters, dragons, I don't know, like aliens, spaceships, robots, and all that stuff. But it's a bit boring. Now, you know, maybe in the future I would make a video about Destiny 2, because Destiny 2 is a really good game. I think the story is really good. Also, Lance Reddick passed away, so that sucks. But yeah, enough tangent, you know, going on a tangent here. Just want to show the build. I really like it. Like I said, control points, summit, any type of mission that you need to stay on one place and kind of like camp there. I really like this build, and I might make another healer build, but more focused on DPS, I think, with survivalist or something. But if you guys have any idea of like you know, just leave it there, you know, in the comments. Anyway, that's it. Just want to throw this out before I end the video. I did try using survivalist instead of technician, and with that I used seeker mine with mender, this one, but it wasn't really healing a lot. I feel that I could make a different build. It's more of like single target healing. You know, you could use it instead of hive, but I highly suggest that try this out. It's really fun. You just hide in a corner and you drop your skills and you're pretty much safe there. Mender Seeker Mine with Survivalist is also good, but I think it could be on a different build, like somewhere in between, like more DPS oriented or maybe more tank oriented, because it doesn't really heal a lot of units. You have to target your teammates. I just find that it might be better for other builds, not a full support heal everyone type of gameplay. Now, if you don't like the idea of like dropping a turret or a drone, you could like remove all the skill damage here and maybe just roll skill repair. And instead of you can mix and match. You could use probably Chem Launcher to heal your allies. You could use the Seeker Mine to heal your allies. So, but that's for another video. I think this is, like, for me, really good, really fun to use. If you want to play a support that can still deal damage, I highly suggest that you try this one out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.